here we are. We're now the first lesson I did here was using reference points. I'm going to go further on this drawing of the chair. I started with these two reference points here, and from these 2 points I've been able to navigate my way over the chair. So you have the angle going down, and where the 2 lines cross, so if I want to find the length of the leg, I have to do a reference point going across, which I make now, suggestion going this way. And what I wanted to do is go further on the same drawing and see what happens. See what happens with the drawing. It's a different time of day, it's a different light situation, but it's not a different structure of chair. When I'm doing this, when I'm looking at the angles, I'm also looking at the negative shapes as well. It's not just one thing. You're looking at both. You look at the positive and the negative. So here we go. I'm going to respond to this situation now, which is different than a few days ago as far as light's concerned and everything. So I placed the chair in the same position. I'm going to go back over and check. And now I'm going to actually respond very directly to the light situation. And I can see here, as you can probably see in the camera, it's much darker, which creates other shapes that come across more clearly. For example, these shapes here in the background are yet again going to be playing a very important role in explaining the foreground. So here, so all the time I'm looking and changing and looking and changing. Notice just there, I have 4 sharpened pencils, so I don't have to keep sharpening them on the way, along the way. It helps me, it's more expedient. Yeah. So this is a drawing that I started a few days ago, and now I'm going back into it. That doesn't mean I have to be in any way careful about preserving what I've done. It's more about questioning what I've done. And does it stand up to scrutiny? Which at the moment it doesn't. Here we go. And this is also the exercise that we were going to do earlier, which I think that the Wackers students do every week, in my lessons at least, is actually being willing to change the work, attack it, destroy it if need be, take a risk, don't get precious, kill your darlings if you have any here, if necessary, I mean if you need to, which is a very fundamental part of the creative process, is the willingness to destroy what you're doing at any given moment if necessary. There you go. I'm trying to find the underside of the back of the chair. So I'm using this negative shape to pull out, as we did in the bike, the positive shape. Now I'm pretty sure that's wrong, what I've just done, but here we go. I think it's too high. Go back again. Yeah, it is. I'm using this rubber to draw with. I'm not rubbing out construction marks. I'm actually trying to draw the light, or at least part of the light that's hitting on there. Is that too high? Go back again. No, it's not. Okay. Where's that point? See here, I've taken a line. I want to know the width of that back piece. So I took an angled line from there, going across to here, and from there, from here up to here. Now where these two lines, this one and this one meet, then I know where that top of that is. Or at least I get closer to finding out where it is. Now I'm going to find the other bit. I might want to go a bit slower here. Yeah, that goes back a bit more. Running out of pencils. Stand back. Take a back some literal distance when you're doing this. Right, go to the next height. See, look, it doesn't make any sense at all. Look at that. It's much too low. It's right up there. Here we go. See, that is actually there, which is a very different proportion, which I didn't see in the beginning, quite simply. So this, at the moment, I'm not even going to bother rubbing out anything. I'm going to use the back, so you can see the bed. Oops. Right, try that one. This is a slightly, there we go. Just find the centre of the back rest. That's through there somewhere. Try another centre. Yeah, it's right up there. Take another point. So all these construction lines, these angle lines, should meet at the same place. So find the top of the chair. So I make an imaginary line from the leg here, the top of the leg, going through the middle of there. So do one from here, one from here, one from here, one from here, to double check where it is. And it's incredible how you lose your way at times. Now that I've actually got this proportion closer to what it is, you have to change the rest. It's very rarely the situation where you just have to change one thing. It's always related. If you change the length of this, that means the length of that, the rest, etc. follows. So, here we go. I'm drawing the light in again. Now that's got to go higher up and in. Yeah, I'm going to check that one there. Go slower to, yeah, it's there. So I'm taking this angle, I'm taking that angle. Let's do the middle, negative shape. That's it. There. Yes. Right, it's now actually going to be the case that put that back in again. That one definitely comes up that much higher, isn't it? I noticed here, so I'm using the light as and when I like. It doesn't all have to make sense. It's not a photograph. It can capture lots of different moments in time. It doesn't necessarily, in this, for me at least, need to be exactly one moment. So if that's 1:45 and that's 10 o'clock in the morning, that's absolutely fine with me. What I'm going to do now is go and get a sharpener. Because it ain't working. Yeah, there you go. because of this intense light, you can hardly see
10.
any of the details in the background, that's okay. The drawing's just taken on another phase, as it were. See, when I'm doing this cross-hatching, I'm actually trying to explain the direction in which I read the material, the word, or like, for example, here's the floor. It can be both. It can be floor or the direction of light, the contour of something. Okay. So, this is the next 10 minutes. So, what I'm going to do now is stop and see where I'm at right now. And this drawing is not finished, and we shall continue later. Thank you.